Okay, welcome back. Some more playtime. Um, I'm playing with the ESP32 cameras. Uh, these things right here. So this particular one is a brand new one out of the bag. I tried it out last night. I have this one with the antenna on it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So we're gonna learn how to program it. Now these particular ones, you have to use this. This is a CH, what was it, for something 3406 programming gizmo. So I found out too that they don't program well if you do it on 3.3 volts. So run it on 5 volts. Just make sure you pick the 5 volt side, not the 3.3 volt side. 5, not 3. Okay. Next, what we need is I'm borrowing the instructions from a site, and they do it with um, Arduino IDE. So we'll do it with that. Um, so there's this place called Drone Bot Workshop, which is really good. And what we're going to do is we're going to do ESP32s, but we are going to build, getting started with the 32-CAM module. So that's our little module right there. Ta-da. And there's our pinouts. So the pinouts we care about, could use without the auto zoom, but whatever. Um, we care about ground, GPIO1 and GPIO3. And then we care about shorting out GPIO0 and ground. And then, of course, the 5 volt side on the other side. So this is what it has. It has 802. Let me just zoom this a little bit. Doink, doink. There we go. Let's go back up to here and just make this a bit larger. There we go. So we got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all this funny stuff, clock speed 160, computing power, 520K's RAM, blah, blah, blah. Okay, camera specification, 2 megapixel. So working with the cam. So this is what we did. We plugged it all in. Okay. And let me shrink this a bit again. Except I need the mouse up there. There we go. So we've wired it up. This little loop of white here is needed to program the thing. So we're going to plug it into our little USB extension here, like so. You can see it right there. I can put this up here. There we go. So now we need, now he talks about using the FTDI thing, but I found that any of these programming modules seem to work just fine as long as you got one. So we need the IDE, but we also need this line in here. So I'm going to go to another one of his pages, which is getting started. And we're going to go here. And what we need here is not getting started, not these articles. We need um, there's a generic thing with a file in it. Let's see, getting started, counting. Yeah, this one here. So what we need out of here, this is another version of the board. You can get it. So what we're going to do here is scroll down, programming, getting started, add the board. This is what we're after here. We need that line of his, right here. This line. So Control C. Now I've got the beta in of the 2.0 thing. So this is the new IDE. So we're going to go here. We're going to go Preferences, Control V. And I want to show upload and verbose. And I'll take default compiler warnings. And that should be it. Let's go OK. Now we need to go to the boards manager. And we need to find ESP. Actually, I should restart this because I changed that line. Let's just restart it. There we go. Okay, board manager, ESP. This guy right here. Okay, so it shows installed already. Okay, so that's fine. So now what we need to know is a little D message here for what we plugged in. TTY USB 1 CH341 UART converter. That's what we're after. So go tools, board, ESP, and what we're after is AI Thinker ESP32-CAM, like so. Okay. And when we do that, sorry, wrong toolbar. Well, technically, this is a 160, I think, according to the specs. Let's go back to the page again, here and here. We go scrolling up. 160, clock speed up to 160. So if we go here, I didn't notice last night anything, the CPU frequency, but this is technically the CPU frequency. Is 160. Okay. Flash frequency, share went off. Flash mode, that's fine. And import TTY USB 1. Now tools, we get board info. It knows there's a board there. We don't need our board list anymore. What we do need now is the sample code. So file, examples. What we need is ESP32 camera web server. Okay, so this is the camera web server. And we're supposed to do, according to instructions, define our camera. It's the AI thinker. Okay. And then we need the super secret sauce. And of course, good old Arduino's IDE always opens up multiple windows. I really should look into that. So we need and we need this. It'd be nice if this was in a secrets file. File, save. Now, of course, you save it and it wants to put it in a new directory. Sure, why not? Okay. Now we come back over here. Okay, so there's all our code. So now we're going to push this up to the device. The new 2.0 thing is way faster than the 1.8 IDE. So now sometimes when it's doing this, you have to click the button on the side here. Okay, so we didn't get it. Okay. Let's try this again. I was pretty sure it was USB 1. TTY USB 1. Let's just disconnect for a sec. See if we cleared it. Yeah. Re-engage. Yeah. Okay. So it is on 1. I might have to go to the 1.8 ID. Let's find out anyway. So we've built it all. Complete. And let's make this window a little bigger here. And now we push the code. Well, about last night. Yeah, there we go. So we are writing it. Oh, one warning. When you're programming the ESP32s, do not have the serial monitor running. This will blow up. Can't have both. You're either pushing code to the ESP32 or you're watching the ESP32 in action. Not both. %, 90%, 100. Upload complete. Okay, so now what you do is you pull the wire on the one white loop so that's not there. And we can now restart this. In fact, what we can do is go was it tools, serial monitor, and we need to change the baud rate to 115. Connect it to Wi-Fi 214. So come back to our web browser here for a sec. Oh, and let's see, just a sec. Never suspend this URL. Thank you. We come back here and we go home. Oh yeah, wine. I got to do something about that too. 68, 214. There we go. This is what's in the ESP32 at the moment. So if we go downstairs here and we say start stream, look at that. One camera. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Let's just untangle the cord a little bit. So the frame rate is actually pretty good. You can actually see this in the serial monitor. I wonder if it will show that. Well, that's different. The other serial monitor was showing, what's this? Okay. It was weird. On the other IDE, you could actually see the output of the frame rate and stuff. Oh, right. I'm not. Am I streaming it? Yeah, I'm streaming. So if we I had some things on here that were helpful. Yeah, we can jack the res up. Um, there's 1024. I'm just going to move this off screen for a sec so I can watch it. Oh, I know what I need in here. Uh, See, the other serial monitor had the don't stop scrolling effect. This one doesn't. I don't know why. That must be something new. But yeah, we can go all the way up to 1600 by 1200. But then the frame rate starts getting slow. So we do 640 by 480. It's really. And the weird thing is, if I do it over there on the other computer, it's more noise in the video than over here. Now, you're never going to get perfect video. Like, I mean, we're talking a very small camera, even though it's 2 megapixel, right? Yeah, so there's a bit of a stutter there. The funny thing is we're using the built-in Wi-Fi antenna on the card at the moment. And in order to use the external antenna, you actually have to do a soldering job on a pad right by the antenna. So, right there. So there's an antenna right there. And there's a little set of 0 ohm resistor, basically. You have to take it off, and then 2 other pads you have to short together. I mean, a 0 ohm resistor literally is a piece of wire. So now, apparently, this draws so little power, you can actually back it with a battery backup. Like, I mean, you could put a little lithium lipo or some 9-volt battery or something on to interface with this. You'll need a thing to convert it, of course, to 5 volts output, right? So I was experimenting with this. This is a little breadboard thing that you can put onto end of breadboards. So I could put the camera in here, and I can. That's what I was messing with. Um, but there you go. Now this particular ESP32, if I remember correctly, it's ESP32S. So let's just put this down for a sec. Sure. And there's several ESP32s. So the one I had on the Matrix, this one here, is ESP32 W room 32E. So right now, this board is in Circuit Python mode. But in theory, I could upload from the Arduino ESP32C style code into it. It will use actually less room than the Circuit Python. Circuit Python has overhead, it takes up space. But you lose that dynamic build environment, so to speak, right? So now I'll be back. I'm just going to pause this for a sec. Okay, so Let's see. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I put the other camera on this board, and I'm going to power it up. I think I can take this one off. I'm going to stop the stream on 214. Well, actually, it shouldn't really matter. I just need power. And I think this one came up as 205. So let's put this in 5 volts. Yeah. Okay. What we should see is, give it a moment to boot up. I'm going to come down here to this. There's the 205 one. 205 can't be reached. I was having a little trouble with this yesterday too, so the problem, of course, is I think what I have to do is I'm going to have to move this down. Simply put, I need access to the reset button. I think I'm going to put this upside down on this thing. I'll take this out. And we will arrange this so that we can reach access to that little reset button right there. Okay. So, so let's see. I have 5 volts on both rails. So we need this to go to this. Come on. Yes, believe it or not. There we go. And a ground. And we need a ground. There we go. So, like so. And an antenna. So let's power it up this time. I might have to put the board on just to find out what the IP address is. Oh, there we go. Just clicked in. So start the stream. There we go. So in theory, on this one, if I had a 9-volt battery, which I don't have, and I have this, which is, you know, a 9-volt adapter, and I put it into here, my poor 9-volt battery is only 7 volts at the moment. So this little board here, this guy here, needs a minimum, I think, 7 to 12 volts, and my 9-volt battery barely is 7 volts. So there's loss going through the little voltage converters that narrows it down to 5 volt or 3.3 volt. So that's why I have the AC adapter on. But in theory, I could have this as a portable one. Hey, and it's working really good. Better than we're doing upside. And the antenna's working really nicely. You know, everything's going good. Yada, yada, yada. Woo. And we have the other one. So we have this one, which can see this one. Yee. Hello, little one. Whoops. That didn't work very well. There we go. Hello, little one. Hello. Hello, hello. Yes, I like to have fun. So shoot me. Yeah. There we go. And then this one. Now I played with a bunch of switches on this one, I think, and that's why it's a little bit clearer than the other one. So the other one, oh yeah, we're in VGA, so let's put it in CIF. I think the other one's in CIF. Yeah, so we had 10 center, center, center on it. 10 center, center, center. We had AWB, AWB gain. Yeah, we didn't have AEC DSP on. So let's turn AEC DSP off. We didn't have BPC on. Let's turn BPC off. And what else do we not have? Downsize we have on. Downsize we have on. We had those. We didn't have the mirror flips. Gain ceiling was at 2x. Yeah, gain ceiling was at 2x. So yeah, it's a little better. So let's see about that and about that. Yeah, this one's definitely clear. I noticed another thing with these. If you change things around, sometimes it doesn't catch up to you. So this was the 205 on the whiteboard, and this is the 214 down there. Let's stop the stream on 214. Let's start it again. Now, it could be lighting conditions too. So we bring this up to be... Also, the Wi-Fi on this, remember, is no antenna. So if we flip back and forth, actually, let's just rip this page out and make it narrow. And then we can do 2. There we go. So no effect. Three single dot, 2 dots, 1 dot. Yeah, 2 different qualities in 2 different cameras, but they should be identically set up at the moment. Yeah, it's definitely having the antenna on is affecting the quality. So this one here with the little antenna off the side is doing better. Yeah, okay. But cool. Oh, I know why. Ha 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 ha. Silly William. Here, let me fix this one right here. I had the little camera protector cap still on. That's better. Now they're practically identical. Ha ha ha. Good Lord, forgot about that. But yes, I was wondering, can I take this and because the camera's so tiny, I wonder if I could put this on my spy hole on my door. You know, like this, on the door and see through the peephole and see what's going on. Spy on everyone outside the door and they wouldn't even know. Okay. Let's just get this in there a bit. Uh, so that's the ESP32 camera. Now, because I was playing with this last night, I realized, hey, can I get a camera with this programming board on it? Yes, you can. So I do have coming. If I go to my AliExpress here. No, not to waste time. Can I just sign in, please? Yes. Verify. Oh, I have to type the secret code. Except AliExpress CAPTCHA, you can't tell what the last letter is. Submit. Design in. There we go. And bring this back again. So if we go to our orders here, just waiting on them, waiting on them. There we go. So I did get some FTDI controllers. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of different ones. I mean, they're cheap. Like we're talking $2 a controller. So why not? Get them all from the same place, sit in the same envelope. So ESP32-CAMs with CH340 integrated. So that's what they look like. As you can see, it's practically identical to the one I have. Right, same code, but they have that extra section on the bottom right here. And I do like this concept where the flash key and the reset key are, I don't have to jumper a wire basically. Now the other item I got was this one. Because for the existing cat, guess what? I found this on another site. There's a little daughter board. You fit your existing ones on top, and guess what? You can program them. It does all the work for you. Ta-da! And they threw in a free antenna. But you get the idea right there. Right? Handy. As I said, I was picking up some other webcams here to try out. A new soldering station. I wanted a new helping hands. See the house. Finally investing in a smokeless. A thing to suck up the smoke from soldering. Remember, it's not. You're not sucking up any lead or anything like that. What you're sucking up is the burnt rosin that's in the solder. And then I can't find my GPS modules. I know I have 2 of them. I just don't know where they are. So I went and got some more. And I went and got a bunch of Raspberry Pi stuff. Mainly camera kit here. So the idea behind this camera kit is this particular one is changeable lenses, extension cable, so you can have it farther away from the Pi, yada, 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 that sort of thing. What else? As you see, I've bought a ton of stuff from Ali. Those are the parts for that. I'm still waiting for this lot. Got those. Those all came in. The antennas came in. I don't have this yet. I picked this up. Wanted to play with it. What do we got here? That's the cameras I brought in. The extra leads, antennas, the megas. This hasn't come in yet. Still waiting. This is the actual MicroPython Pi board. The new version of it with the pins on it. So I picked up 2 of those. What else we got in here? This was for dealing with the jumper blocks on Adafruit's boards. They like using them. So I picked this up so I can actually make a jumper. And I have a bag of jumpers that go with this that fit it. It turned out AliExpress had only one seller of those jumpers, and they were expensive. It was easier for me to go to DigiKey or Newark Element 14 or whatever and get it from them. See what else we have in here. These are all finished. I picked those up. Picked some of those up, and I ended up picking up more of them. What else have I got? Come on, waiting on Ellie. There we go. I assembled one of those for you. Picked some of those up. Picked a bunch of Unos up because I blew one up. These are the there you go. These are the P2 panels. Same supplier. If you're gonna go get them from these guys. They're really good. But there you go. A 64 by 64 panel, and it is, and they got all types of panel. It's a P2, so 2 millimeter pitch panel from them. Standard hub 75, right? There you go. So they have two types here that they sell: 64 by 64, 128 by 64. Basically, they're identical panels. The only difference, I think, is they both use address line E. So, da 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 da. So there's the two of them side by side. There's the 128 one. Really, it's just two 64s joined together under one circuit board with one hub. This is what comes with it. You get a couple of these, this, that, and it works quite well. They actually sell other stuff for this. You can see this. These are controllers. The idea here, this is what goes on. If you put these all together, and actually, I'm going to make this a little better so while we talk. There you go. So, yeah, this is the idea. And it's just clips with magnets. So, this is a big thing over there. Everyone and their dog is selling LED panels. But in order to drive that many panels, you need the controllers for it. The actual dedicated controllers. I haven't bought Effect Flexible yet. I might actually get one from them. So this is exactly this is so this guy here, right? Same you can get them in P2, P3, P4, P5, right? So what is the difference? So one. So here, with bottom shell. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's a foam shell. Oh, cool. I didn't even think of that. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Now that's a rat's nest of cabling. Yeah, so I see what they do with these. That's how they do the curvy things around the thing. Oh, wow. That's quite the spiral. So, yeah, I mean, as I said, they have tons and tons of these things of different ones. Let me just let my browser so I can get my slider down here. Duh. So they also have ones in here that are how do I put it? They're outdoor grade, so they actually are more weatherproof. But you can see, so you got these types of boards like this right here or like here. So for example, this, um, it's got four hub 75 connectors on it, and that is definitely a Wi-Fi module on it right here. So Android, Wi-Fi, USB-C support. So, but you got there's a gauntlet of these things. So this one is even bigger. So you can see that the daughter board sits on top of the main board there. This guy here, for example, lot of panels. Wi-Fi HD 912 temperature sensor LAN USB asynchronous full color screen control. Well, they say P6, but I'm pretty sure you put P2s on here, it'll work just fine also. So what you really care about is this has how many address lines. So A, B, C, D. Did they do an E? Oh, there's a different flavor of it too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one there is. Holy crap. 16. What is this? Wow. Temperature sensor to see if the panels are overheating. Okay. But you guys get the idea. There's tons of this stuff on there. And they're actually not, relatively speaking, they're not expensive. Um, right. To drive 10 panels. Yeah, not much. So, uh, got this for a friend. Used gigabyte board. Worked fine. Not an issue. Did exactly what I expected. I haven't messed too much with this guy here yet. This is a Leonardo. Um, I finally got this working. One of these guys. If you have to buy it over here, this is worth, oh, I don't know, $60 or $70 or something like that. Um, if you want to get into STM32s, as you see, there's a bunch of different ones out here. They might look identical, some of these, but they're not. They're actually slightly different versions, slightly larger memory or slightly larger storage area. Um, you also got these guys, and you got that guy, right? So you can see there's whole different types here of different ones. That was the Wi-Fi's I bought. It's amazing how the advertisement thinks I'm a woman all the time. Wants to sell me female clothing. Um, I did finally get this. This is a um, Flash programmer. You can program a whole ton of stuff, but also it doubles up as a um, 74 logic TTL chips and stuff like that tester. You can drop the chips in when you run the software. Now, the only thing I haven't done with this is the problem is the software needs Windows. Not a very current Windows, just needs Windows. So I was going to set up in here a Windows VM to do all this and then hook up to it. I had tried before and I ended up getting a refund on this one because it didn't never arrived in Canada. Now, this was way back in when some of the deliveries from AliExpress were iffy a bit, but I think after COVID and whatever, they really tightened up on that. What's this? Yeah, I have another STM32. This is common as borscht. Like I mean, you can get these boards a dime a dozen, and they're not expensive either. See, $15 for one of these things, right? The key is learning how to actually connect them because this board here, you need an STM, what do they call it, an STM 31, 21 or something like that programmer to connect to the board to connect it. That edge connector at the bottom there, on the side, that's actually a type of JTAG connector. So you're going to have to jumper into that with the programmer in order to actually program this. You don't do it through the USB on this one. Uh, doesn't work that way. And I also found out on this thing, the SD card, boy, is it tricky to access. And this is the same problem I noticed on an Arduino that had an SD card also. I think the Wi-Fi one was the one. Did the Wi-Fi one have a slot? I can never remember which one I have. I have another one that has a SD card on it also. And no, they're not easy to deal with. Um, they're actually a bit complicated. Um, yeah, these are called blue something, STM32 blue chips or something like that. Um, I got them running also. Yeah, I had to get one of those for my old OnePlus phone. I broke the thing. Yeah, so here was the original Neo 7M things I had bought. I can't find them. They're somewhere. Don't know where. I mean, they got here. So, yeah, so this is where organization of your electronics bench is very important. And I failed in that. This was misleading. Um, you think you'd get, a big stat roll of wire like this, right? Like that. Nope. Supposed to be for a lot, 5 meters, right? A roll like this. Nope, didn't happen that way. All I got was a very little thin spool of one color. So, kind of like this here. And I didn't even get multiple colors. Like I think I got one or two, and that was it. So, kind of disappointing. I still have meaning to go out and get one of those white boxes with about 6 rolls of solid core and another white box with the 6 rolls of thing. It's kind of like this. Let's go to Amazon for a sec. Yeah, I was looking on Amazon. So it's $16 to get one of these FTDI programmers. Yet on Alley they're only $2. So sorry, uh, price hiker. And the dumb thing is, I'm pretty sure DSD Tech Store or whatever is a Chinese supplier. So no, solid core wire. This sort of thing. See this? Or this? Or this? Although I don't know what it would do with all these tie wraps. So the idea basically on any of these things is you have a dispenser of wire. So you just have to look 22 gauge here, all 22. Sometimes they're, higher, 26 gauge or something like that. They're finer, right? Now this guy here is pre-done jumper thingies, right? That's actually not a bad deal. Because you're getting looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs of the 840 pieces, 6 packs. Yeah, they're pretty good. Um, yeah, 30 gauge. This stuff will be really fine wire. This stuff right here. Because 30 gauge. Higher the number, the finer the wire. That's fairly thick. That is really thick. This is this type of wire you would use, as it says right on the top, wire wrap, right? This is this type you would do proto boards with, like on the back side when you're soldering all the proto boards. And this is your stock shellacked copper wire. Just remember, don't nick the damn copper, otherwise you might cause a short. Let's see if we can change the search slightly in Amazon. 26 AWG. It's funny. It comes up with 26 feet, but still 22. Here. Strive to 26 AWG copper wire. Is it really 26 AG? That does not look like 26 AG. That looks like 22. Let's have a look at their details here. That does not look like 26 gauge. That looks like 22 or even 20. You really have to watch out for this. No, that still looks like 22. 24 gauge. Wow, that's a little finer. 28. So let's go to AliExpress and see what we have here. Solid wire, 26 gauge. So dollar a lot, 2 meter per lot. Yeah, see, that's the problem. 5 meters per lot. I don't know how much is on one of those spools. How much did they say it was on this spool? 36 feet. So open for sec. These guys really like giving tie wraps away. 24 gauge. Da 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 da. So 6 colors, solid content for a day. How long was it? Did they say? Aquatic dimensions, February. They really don't say the length on this, do they? 11 meters per color. Okay. So if we go back here, these are, a lot of them are 5 meters. But there's your box for, see, it's not much different. 22 gauge at $17 or $18 here, or $17 here, right? You might as well just get it off Amazon. If you got Prime, it throws it in. 10 meter. Okay. 7 to 20 AG. No, that's too big. We want at least 22. 10 meters. Open. So these guys here, let's say 24 gauge. This is paired wire. Speaker wire, or that sort of idea. See, that this still is also, I think, kind of misleading. I don't think you'll get all colors in here. 5 meters of silicon rubber electric copper wire at whatever gauge. So let's say 24. Yeah, I got all these colors, but you can only pick red and black at 24 gauge, 22 gauge, 30 gauge. Yeah, see? Wrong pictures, wrong advertising. There's your DuPont cables. Yeah, this kind of idea here. This. But I get them this way. And usually you can buy them in 3 pack. Well, they usually come in packs of 3. So they'll have male, 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 female, and female, female. These happens to be the 10 centimeter version. I wanted a bunch of short ones. So let's see what else we got here. LED lamp. Oh, that's fairly fine wire. Tinned. We don't need tinning. Dexel single wire, 5 colors, mixed stranded. Oh, that's interesting. China. Hookup wire. Box one. Okay, so let's see. Let's say 26 AWG. $15. That's not a bad deal. And they're giving you that. How much is in the roll? That's the trick. Here. 10 meters. That's not bad. Total of 50 meters. Okay, so 24, 22, 28 gauge rolls to 6 meters at 30 meters total. 18 gauge. Yeah, if you're doing electronics, you don't want anything below 22. 16 on 22, 16 on 24, 18 on, 26, 28. What you can actually do if you buy this, right? The other thing to do always is check this out, the free shipping. So July 1st. I'm seriously tempted. But I want 26 gauge. Shrink tubing. Connectors. Oh, those are make terminal blocks like kind of like these DuPonts, but more connectors within the connector. It's kind of like the cables that the Funhouse gave us for connecting to these sort of things right here. This white you see on the end here. Yeah, that's the type of kit. Whoops, for making those. It's kind of a kit I don't actually have yet. So actually, I like both colors on this. Let's just book this back up here, like so, and cart. Continue shopping, and get the other color in 24. And according to them, 24 is 6 meters, 26 and 28 is 10 meters. Okay. Da-da-da. Now, that was solid. So stranded. Let's open this one up here. Let's see what we got here. So we've got thin silicon 63 world diameter plus what we want to know. How much is in here? They don't tell us. So according to this, let's see. No, they don't tell you how much is in one. Um, that's one roll, and you pick a color or something like that. What's this one? Let's see. Uh, 21, 16, 19. Yeah, these will be short. Short. Let's go to another page. See what happens. Speaker, headphone, copper cable, 2 meter lots. Yeah, see. 42 meters a box. So if there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 times 6 is 36. So 6 meters. Slightly over 6 meters to get to that. Okay. Open this up. Okay, 30, 28, 26, 22 gauge, uh, 6 meters, 10 meters in the 26 range. So if we go 26, AWG, and you say this, that's 15 for that, and 15 for that. Yeah, so be suspicious when they do $1 and $5 on this, because there's a good chance that uh, this lot, for example, here, yeah, 5 meters is half the lot of this. So if you were to double this, it comes up to this. Okay. I don't think I need any more wire. I mean, you can spend hours looking at all the stuff here. And we definitely don't need that thick of a wire. Wow. Yes. 50 meters of whatever, all the way up to 24. Yeah, 2022, 24. Yeah, 24 gauge. Probably one color and whatever. Um, Actually, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to go back to the company that I did the first one on, the solid. Stranded, solid, open. I'm just going to check down here if they have, because sometimes these stores have both side types of the world. So, yeah, so they do have stranded. So this is stranded wire. And the last one I had was, oh, I had stranded. So did I actually buy two sets of stranded? Stranded, 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 stranded. Yeah. Oh, that was dumb. So they're both 10 meters, and this was 15. No, they're about the same price anyway. So I don't actually need two strandeds. I was hoping for some solid core. Stranded. So let's go back here. That's stranded. 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 So no, this store doesn't have any solid. So what was this? Flexible silicon wire, mixed stranded cable. No. Go back to here and solid wire 26 AWG. Okay. Open that one up. Oh, interesting. Braided. Pretend. Solid wires. Okay. So 26 gauge. So the way they work it in theirs, uh, 26, total of 50 meters. So is there 5 rolls in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rolls that makes 50. It makes 10 meters a roll. Okay. Pick that. The nice thing about the AliExpress standard shipping is it's full tracking. I'm not 100% sure of EMS e-packet stuff. So it's currently May 22nd. Could be 22 days. So end of June. This is aiming for July 1st. It's high debate on this. So UL 105 color mix solid wires like key. Okay. So let's see, add that. Five meters, 10 meters, 10 colors. Can choose. Yeah, so that's the problem with that. Okay. Let's look at my shopping cart again. Where is it? There, cart 4. Cart should be 3. Yes. No, I've never seen success with the what was it called? Honey on awards on AliExpress. It never works. So we don't need that. Away. And I love Chinese translations. All goods are fresh. Okay, good. That's all I care about. Sometimes getting the English across is a problem. Okay, star. Ta-da. Okay. I don't think I have any more messages. I still have 6 messages unread, apparently. Hmm. So that's buying from AliExpress there for you. Uh-huh. Okay, I think I gotta cut it here. Time for some lunch.